never kiss the asses of the masses just to raise my status. And if that's what it takes to make them happy, you can fucking have it. Never let a record label define the sound or make a change the way I dress to fit some image I can only see is fake. I keep a tight circle cause knowing too many squares hurt you. See, they never with you when it matters most, they will desert you. These dudes superfluous, I don't know what your purpose is, and you gon' miss the nice guy once that asshole surfaces. So a subscriber named Tyler Durbin messaged me in the inbox with a link to this article on the CNN website. He wanted me to read it and make a video about my impression of it. So I went through the article, I read it, and I'm going to read a portion of it now. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll just leave a link in the description box so you can go and read it for yourself. But I'll read a portion of it just so you can get the gist of it. A senior Vatican official acknowledged Thursday there is no excuse for child sex abuse, as he and others were grilled by a UN committee about the Catholic Church's handling of pedophile priests. It's the first time the Vatican has been forced to answer allegations so publicly that it enabled the sexual abuse of children by protecting such priests. Now, the one thought that gnawed at me the entire time I read this article is that why isn't the Catholic Church viewed as a criminal organization? Because see, it's one thing if it was a couple of bad apples, went out, molested some kids, and the church immediately, once the victim had some confidence enough to tell somebody what happened to them and reported it back to the church. If the church had just immediately said, you're going to the authorities, pal. You're gone. Because we don't put up with that shit here. This is not what the Catholic Church is about. You're going down. We're going to let the authorities take care of this. But they didn't. For years, they would get these reports and they would handle it in-house, which usually consisted of them moving the priest from one parish to another parish. Basically giving the molester an opportunity to do it again to another kid. And this doesn't just happen here in the United States. This happened in quite a few countries all over the world. And truthfully, we don't even know just how many victims there are. Because I'm certain everyone hasn't stepped up and stepped forward. The other thing is, why is this just being addressed publicly by the UN now? What took them so long? They didn't view it as a problem? This wasn't something that they thought was on their top priority? Now, there are a lot of reasons that people could view the Catholic Church as a criminal organization, just for historic reasons. But just as specifically, why isn't it viewed that way? Why do they get a pass? Because I'm quite certain that if this had been any other organization that's not attached to a God belief, and these accusations came out, not that the individual workers there, or individual worker or employee there had done something like this, but the entire organization kind of hid it and protected the priest from prosecution, I'm quite sure that that organization, whatever it is, whoever it is, would have been considered a criminal organization. Why? Because you engaged in criminal activities. So why isn't the Catholic Church viewed that way?
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, I know everything falls apart as part of life's flow. And in time, everything you ever knew will go away.
All things must pass.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, I know everything falls apart as part of life's flow. And in time, everything you ever knew will go away.
All things must pass.